My name is TJ McCallum. I am an associate professor of psychology, and the project that I worked on was culture and caregiving with some colleagues in Brazil. My research is caregiving, dementia caregiving, and we started looking at it internationally, some of my graduate students and I wanted to have the undergraduates be able to see what dementia caregiving is like in another part of the world. I was able to go to Brazil about 5 years ago to a conference, and I met some folks there who do some of the same research and was able to connect with them. And for the WLE project, I essentially went down there and gave a lecture to a class, and I had a colleague from there come up here and give a lecture to a class that I teach adult development and aging. And we were also able to essentially have a lab meeting with some folks down there who are interested in studying caregiving. Some were on the undergraduate level, some were doctoral level, with some of my undergraduates and some of the students in my graduate program as well. So some lectures and then also some research. We were able to use some computers that allowed us to have a meeting with some of the folks in Rio that were doing some caregiving research with some of the folks up here doing some caregiving research, which was fantastic. The funding allowed us to do that somewhat seamlessly. So we had some very effective meetings, and some research is coming out of those meetings, which is wonderful. We were able to record some of the lecture that my colleague came up from Brazil and made. Technology was extremely helpful overall. We wouldn't have been able to do it without it. I'm going to be able to go to South Korea in the next few weeks and do some very similar things to what we were able to do with the Brazil project, meaning I'm going to give a lecture in South Korea, and some colleagues of mine will be giving some lectures, and we're going to record them, and my undergraduate class is going to be able to watch that lecture from my colleagues in South Korea, and my lecture will be watched by some social workers and some students in South Korea as well. So it's very nice. We're going to be able to do more or less the same thing, and this semester of students will get a different take culturally on caregiving, whereas last year's students got information on Brazil. This time we'll get information on South Korea, which I think enriches the class quite a bit.